Have you ever seen how cheap CNC mills and lathes are in China on websites like Alibaba? And wondered if by the time you import them, they're worth your time and money at all? Me too. So in this video, I dropped some cash to find out so you don't have to. Stay tuned to the end when I break everything down and tell you how much I spent and if it was worth it or not. There it is. That's my custom built CNC machine, brand new, never used. So as you can tell, this is in my old facility. This is kind of an older video that I had that I've never really uploaded. And I figured you guys would be really interested in this. A lot of you guys, my followers, are really into the CNC stuff. So the process for this, from the time that I ordered it until the time it actually got shipped, was about 2 months. So it took about 2 months for them to ship it, to actually get it like on the boat. And then from the boat to the USA was about a month and a half, 2 months. And then it sat from there before it went in transit to like my terminal in Kentucky where I was at the time. And that took about another month. So I'd say altogether about 6 months, 7 months total before it cleared customs, got here, got to me. At that time, they called me at the port, said it was ready to go. I went over there with a truck and trailer, picked it up, and it came packaged pretty well. As you can see here, it's a lot of work to kind of get this broke down here. But I actually hooked it up, used it for about a year, completely actually forgot about the video, and then I sold it because I was moving to another facility and I didn't feel like taking it with me. And that's why the video picks up after a year. So it kind of comes in the door, and then I use it for a year, and I can give a real honest review of it after that. So when I actually ordered this machine, I based it off all the specs of a Haas VF1 that I had sitting on the floor. That's why it actually has that little flute on the side where the chips come out. It was a pretty easy process working with them there in China and getting this machine spec'd out for what I needed and getting them to build it. And then I did have a couple issues here and there running it, and I had some alarms go off, and honestly, the customer support was phenomenal. Like, I messaged them on WeChat. They answered me back right away within the next day. We got everything taken care of. I actually ordered like a spindle chiller and some other stuff from them later on down the line. So all in all, it was a pretty good experience dealing with them. All right, so I got the crate taken off of it. It actually was wrapped really good. I'm totally in shock. There's still plastic on there, but it doesn't appear that anything got damaged. So it made it all the way from overseas over here on a ship, which is pretty impressive. It doesn't look like there's even one little scratch on it. They really crated it up good. So now let me take this plastic off here and we'll check it out. Alright, I got all the wrap off of it. This thing looks like it's really nice. There's a couple fingerprints and stuff from them testing it before it went out the door, which I'm not concerned with. It's got a brand new Siemens controller. Everything on it's brand new. It's a really nice mill. It has the LED light inside of it. Has the chip conveyor that goes underneath it. It kind of screws all the chips right out. The side doors. It even has the serial number, and it has the date on it, 2020. So you see, this is brand new. Let's check out some of the lubrication system. Really nice. Electrical cabinet, I'm assuming. Nope. Extra cabinet. That's the electrical cabinet. Yep, this is the back so you can access the spindle. Here's the electrical cabinet. It even came with this power converter, or transformer, I should say. So the input voltage and output voltage are correct for the US. Here's the hand wheel. This whole thing will come out and over. Has an LED work light up top. Need to flip it up. That's it. So let me get all this stuff out of here and get it assembled, and maybe get it off this pallet, set it in place, and check it out. So this is my 1-year review of my China-made vertical machining center. It's been a great machine for me. The only reason I'm making a video a year later is because I actually just sold it to the next user. So it's going on to a good home. I just needed a bigger working envelope. But I've had it for a whole year. It's been going strong. Works just as good as the day I got it. I'll run it through some paces here so you guys can check it out. Let's do a tool change. The spindle's still nice and quiet. It holds great tolerance. There's a little bit of surface rust on stuff. It sat for a while. I haven't used it in about a month or two. And I was running some steel, and I should have put more coolant in than I did. But other than that, it's in great shape. So there's a tool change. Let's do turn the spindle on. M3 speed. I don't know, 2000. Super nice, super quiet. Like I said, it's been a really great all-around machine. I mean, there's a little quirks here and there, but nothing that you can't, you know, handle that other machines don't have. Like I have that Fadal over there, and I've got this Haas over here that I sold, and this runs and holds tolerance just as good as any of them. It runs, you know, better than most of them. Got the chip conveyor. I did add this one light right here just because there wasn't enough for me when the doors are closed, because this is kind of tinted right here. And I did purchase a spindle chiller. So this is an 8,000 RPM spindle, but if you run it over 6,000 for like 5-6 hours, it'll start to heat up. So I ordered that from them for another like 1,500 bucks. I never had it installed. The next owner is going to do that. But yeah, just a great machine. So on to the question I'm sure everybody wants to know: how much did it cost me to get to the door? So the machine itself cost me, I want to say it was like $14,000 altogether. So it's $14,000 for that. My shipping was about $2,000. So we're at $16,000 with that. And then import fees, duties, customs was about another $2,000. So I was into it for about $18,000 in the end, which to me, if you spec out any other machine like a Haas or a Herco or anything like that, you're going to be, you know, 5 or 6 times that. So was it worth it to me? Yeah, I ran it for a whole year. I never had any major issues. And like I said, any little issues I had with it, I reached out to them in China and they took care of it right away, like no problem at all. And if I needed anything, they would send it to me, which I didn't. So would I do it again? Yeah, I'd do it again. With the international climate the way it is now, with import and how long it takes and stuff like that, and all the extra duty fees, there's stuff they're putting on imports and stuff now, I would do it still, but I'd have to really check into that and see how much it is right now, because I think I purchased that machine like 4 years ago now, 5 years ago. So things have changed a lot in that time, but I still see them for a good price. That company still reaches out to me, asks me if I need any more machinery, and yeah, I would do it again. I think maybe in the future, if I get my money up, I might get a new lathe that's a little bit cheaper, maybe spend about 10 grand on a lathe and get it imported to me. I think that would be worth it. And I've also imported some other stuff like a saw and stuff like that, and I've never really had any problems with the stuff coming from China. So I hope you guys liked the video. I really appreciate you watching. Give me a like and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, I make these beanies. They're in my store below. Pick one up. It's freezing cold outside. See you on the next one.